today on this live stream. Now, the marketing team, as always, has got us a list of your questions, and let's get straight into this Q&A and answer them for you. So, question number one, what are the benefits of buying property off the plans? Good question. I could probably do a whole video just on this. So, one of the main things is time. So, if you look at our records of property prices for the past 42 years, on average, the New Zealand house price increases in value approximately 8% every year. So, one of the key benefits I see from buying off the plans is if you purchase a price today, if you purchase a house today from Williams Corporation, the average time from purchase to delivery is about 12 months. So at Williams Corporation, our average total delivery time is 15 months. And that's from the day we sign the contract to buy a block of land to the day we send settlement notice to our customers. And the average time from when a customer signs up to buy a house to when they get their keys is 12 months. And so then you have that property inflation, which on average has been 8% a year. Now, when you're securing a home from Williams Corporation, if you're a Kiwi, you have a 10% deposit, and that's held in a lawyer's trust account. So you're putting down 10%, but the average growth of property is 8% a year. So the return on that cash invested is very high. Now, obviously, past performance can't guarantee future performance, and you can't guarantee a capital gain. But you can see why customers purchasing off the plans that has performed well for them in New Zealand. And I believe that the factors that cause property to increase in value are still in place. And I think that we're going to continue to see New Zealand property perform really well. And buying off the plans will continue to be a great option for investors. Now, also, you are obviously getting a new property. I live in a new house and it's absolutely fantastic. I've lived in old houses and I've lived in new houses, and living in a new house is just so divine. I would never go back. And also, you as an investor, you have less maintenance, less grief. You get really good quality tenants. Well, in my experience, I've had really good quality tenants, and it's just been a really enjoyable experience. So there's sort of some of the benefits I can see of purchasing off the plans. There's obviously heaps more, but yeah, I think it's a very, very good option for people. What are your thoughts on the current property market in Auckland? Would you consider it to be a sensible place to invest? Yes. Now, I'm a big believer in the Auckland property market. When you look at the fundamentals of New Zealand, you can't not look at Auckland. Auckland has performed really well. It continues to perform really well. The base population in Auckland, so there's about 5 million people in New Zealand, 1.6 million people in Auckland. A huge percentage of all people that move to New Zealand move to Auckland. And I think we'll continue to see Auckland perform really well from a growth perspective. Now, one thing about Auckland compared to, say, Christchurch, the rental returns are lower, but it appears based on the track record of Auckland that the growth is higher. So you get less rent, but higher capital growth. And I think that will continue to happen. I personally have investments in Auckland. I'm going to grow my Auckland investments this year. Auckland's been so busy. We always sold out of houses, and I've struggled to build my own portfolio there. But this year, I'm going to make sure I build a personal portfolio in Auckland. And I believe Auckland's going to continue to perform really well. So big thumbs up to Auckland. I think Auckland's a great place to invest. Also, what a lovely place to live. Like when you're out on the Hauraki Gulf, beautiful sunny day, Auckland's just lovely. Have your apartments in Christchurch sold well so far? How will you approach building this development as it looks to be a lot bigger than your current ones? Good question. So sales, I don't have the exact figures, but we're approximately 30 to 40% sold unconditionally. So in that development, there's 114 dwellings. So yeah, 30 to 40%, that sounds about right. And then we'd have another 10 to 20% under contract. That is probably our strongest selling development that's available at the moment. It's just because it's so big, it's not sold out as quickly as a normal Williams Corporation project, but it's selling really well. How will you build this? Is it's a lot larger than our other developments. Yes, so essentially what we'll do is we will engage a commercial builder to do the structure. So that is a 6-story concrete building. It is very much a serious construction project. And so we will engage a new company to come in and do that structure for us. And then the townhouses around it and the fit out we will do with our standard Williams Corporation trades and project managers and health and safety, etc. But we will engage a company to come in and do that big concrete structure. But I'm super excited to build that building. I'm keeping one of the units there. I actually think I might live there. Don't hold me to that, but I love the site. It's right by our office. It's just so easy. I love being in the central city. It's somewhere that I'd just love to live. But yeah, cool. Next question. How is the build of your Brisbane development going? Well, it hasn't started yet. So in Australia, it's a very, very similar process. In New Zealand, we get what's called a resource consent. And a resource consent is, can you build the development? In Australia, they call that development approval. So we have our development approval. And then in New Zealand, we have a building consent. And in Australia, they call that a building approval. So we've submitted for our building approval and we're just in the final stages of tendering. And we're deciding whether we're going to build the development ourselves or we're going to engage a builder to do it for us. And we're just in the final stages of making that decision. It's looking likely we will engage a builder to do it for us just for our first few projects. We'll obviously be heavily involved. There'll be Williams Corporation people there on site, but we can see a lot of benefits in engaging a head contractor for those first few projects. From a sales perspective, we have approximately 40% sold unconditionally and the other 40% under contract. I think that by January we'll be sold and under construction and have that first site cranking. So that's very exciting and I consider that a success so far. Now, when you do something new, it's always slower than you would like it. I like things happening fast, but you've got to do things properly as well. And we're doing a really good job. It's a lovely project. It's a project I'm very proud of and it's going well, but not under construction yet. Very, very soon. We'll let you know when it is under construction. I have seen the ads for your in-person seminars. What do you discuss at these events? Well, each seminar will have a different topic. So we have all sorts of seminars. So we have seminars that talk about developments in Christchurch, or seminars for investors, or seminars for first home buyers. We did a really cool seminar where we taught people how to buy property together. So if you come in with your best friend or your cousin, and it teaches you the legal structures, etc. So we have Auckland seminars, we have Wellington seminars. So based on the title of the seminar, there will be a different presentation, and also based on the speaker. So if I speak, it'll be a different presentation to, say, Stephen Pike, our Auckland sales manager, etc., etc., etc. Shirley Chua and Ryan in Singapore just did a presentation. So different people in Williams Corporation have different styles, and there's always different topics that we are talking about. So you do need to read what it's about and decide if that's going to be beneficial for you. Now, I am biased, obviously, but I think that they're amazing and you absolutely should come. especially the seminar I do, again, bias, but I think I do a really, really good presentation, and lots of people always say that they enjoy it and they have a good time. Now, the other thing, instead of a digital presentation like you're watching now, if you go to an in-person one, they are really cool because we have lots of like-minded people together. We put on some drinks, we put on some food, and they're fun evenings that are worth coming to. So there is if you go on the Williams Corporation website and you go to seminars, I think it's called seminars or events, and you click and it has our Eventbrite link, and you can see all of our up and coming events. And you should absolutely follow us on Eventbrite and come to some of those events if you haven't been there before. They're worth attending, they're really cool, and we make sure we provide value for you. Well, that brings us to the end of today's questions. But I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. I had a great day, real proud of myself. I got lots of work done. I was very productive. I've got 2 more meetings, and then I'm having dinner with my mother, who's our general manager. But yeah, we're winning. We're achieving at a high level. I'm very proud of Williams Corporation and all the great work we're doing. So have a great day. Enjoy your Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you again tomorrow.